Welcome back, 5 Aces.
Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here. All's quiet on the Western Front. For now, that is. The kids are busy, the eldest being on playtime and the youngest being on cooking duty. He has resorted lately as to helping us in the kitchen, quote unquote. So right now we've gotten him his own little baby shaker. You know, he loves basically just cooking things, and especially making shakes, because I make protein shakes in the morning, and it's one of the first things he does in the day, just helping me support my protein intake by helping me with the ingredients for the shake. And now he has got his own little shaker, which he plays around with, and he makes his own fake shakes. Good old fake shake, and it is quite adorable. So for the time being, yeah, he's also learning the ingredients. He's like a real wonderkind, a little prodigy, comparatively speaking, because at age 1.5 he's already speaking in like 2-word sentences, which is way earlier than the others. Quite adorable. Anyway, we are here with the RATL finals, and that's going to be a really good one. We're watching the square off between Unano and Ultralord, aka Upps, versus Creo and Fazzar. And right now, Creo and Fazzar have been taking it in stride. They are 2-0 up. And this map here is going to be a really good one. Oof. Engineer being graced by the friendly fire from the barrel. So where did you learn to shoot? Was that like the Dr. Evil school of firing range? I don't know, man. Oh, the attack dog is getting so much value here. Creo's attack dog. Leapfrogging forward. Leapdogging forward, I guess. And shaving off more and more rifles. The medic doing its best to out-heal the poke, but it is too strong. And with that, Creo, with just a 5-stack of rifles plus 1 dog, is taking dominance in the southwestern corner of the map. And conversely, top right, we're seeing Fazzar again taking it in stride against Unano. Despite Unano having had a numerical advantage, he definitely didn't trade up. Unano's also really behind on the War Factory timing. What about Creo? Wait, did we see a War Factory rush here? No, that was just bad macro timings on some of those players. Yeah, some of them being really delayed, especially Unano. Something must have gone horribly wrong. He is 20 seconds behind everyone else. Wait, what about Creo though? Did Creo go triple ref? Aw? Okay, maybe Creo just fucked up his timing too. Appears to be the case. Unano has claimed this oil derrick, but it is now being reclaimed. Obviously, with the Ranger being really close by in proximity, there is no real shot at it. You know, if Unano had the APC, had he had the War Factory timing, had he had the APC out earlier, he could have actually steamrolled over this blob. But as it stands, the rockets are being added, and no longer is there an opportunity for that. Okay, that is something new. Creo is investing into early submarines. We've obviously seen the changes to some of the naval assets. We've highlighted them too. Okay, Unano takes a commanding lead here. The APC is, it's gonna have to be cautious not to get poked out here. This is a battle of vision, and it is going to be a close one. Ooh, going in. He needs to connect. Oh, that's bad. No, don't abandon it. Oh man, so much fun. He could actually be pushing in. What was the APC doing? Like, seriously. Okay, that's a complete wipe though. Fazzar also getting his entire army wasted. What a weird game here. We have the flak track versus the light tank. So the way to win this is to poke out the flak track with the light tank. Light tank does have the range disadvantage, so you need to be really pixel perfect with the positioning. Oh god. Oh god. That is bad for Ultralord. Upps taking a significant loss in the early game, and that is going to cost him the derrick too. Creo has gotten the naval derrick, so he's on double income basically. Yeah, he's gotten that capitalism return of investment. Transport now moving on over. It has obviously had the model changed. It looks a lot bulkier. Makes sense because, you know, it always looked like a clown car, right? whenever you had those landing operations missions, I remember Soviet mission 6 or something, for example, where you had to basically conquer this Greek island. What was it? Was it Kos? I don't remember which island it was specifically, but you had to ferry an MCV on over, and it looked comically out of place. When the transport, like they were in the original game, they're like half the size, like this tiny, right? And then they pop out up to 5 MCVs. That made zero sense. And the transport slots have also been adjusted accordingly. There is, by the way, a code in OpenRA that would support basically assigning a different specific weight to each unit, but I don't think it's implemented here in RA because it would stray too far from the original. Okay, battle lines being drawn. We've got ourselves the first base push scenario. Upps standing very defensively, but he is going to be under a lot of pressure. Pressure mounting already. Yeah, really nice play from Creo, just taking a little bit of poke. And with the heavy tank, he knows that his teammate does not support him right now because his teammate is busy setting up his own defensive lines. Yep. Just able to intercept, and a beautiful flank here as well from Fazzar. He is definitely the king of flanks in this series. He's been all across the series. Not to 2 heavy tanks. Oh, the positioning is beautiful. Look at how meticulously he's playing this. This is just absolutely fantastic play. Fazzar with the pixel perfect micro. Now even sending his tank back before it takes too much poke. That's already 3, almost 3. There we go. 3 pillboxes down for basically no gain, and he himself has just erected a wall of flame in return. Oh, submarines going for the naval yard, so Upps is gonna get out maybe 1 or 2 of those gunboats. The hit and run has commenced. This is going to be hard, but the submarine has been damaged. So as a result, it is surfaced now, and now it can be attacked by ground weapons as well, and rip. Rip sub. Creo going for more subs. Here is the Tesla coil, and it is within range of the construction yard. Man, those tanks have just absolutely done a number. Creo playing it so well. Shaving off pillbox after pillbox without losing anything. I think that's like the 4th, 5th pillbox that is destroyed. For absolutely no gain from Unano. From Upps, sorry. Upps has been a bit passive, but he now wants to push in, but he's lost so many defensive assets already. He's not exactly going to value town here. So we're going to bargain bin town. Yeah, that's gonna be tough. Okay. Creo daring to move on out a little bit. Wide front for him. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Consolidating the armies is Upps. And the construction yard under a lot of fire, but he has got the presence of mind to push him out. Okay, that was so far a good hold. It is always really hard to push into defensive lines in OpenRA in general. That is just a rule of thumb for OpenRA. Helicopters already added for Fazzar, plus the artillery support. And there is obviously no signs of tech yet. Yeah, there is. Never mind. But no airfield. So without an airfield, the problem just becomes manifold. You need to deal with the artillery somehow. You also need to deal with the helicopters. Flak trucks are a good choice in theory, but as long as they're nestled into blob like this, no shot. No dice at all. Ouch! Alpha strike onto Upps' naval assets. So there they go. Okay, everything being in the kitchen sink being thrown at this one tank here. And the line of sight advantage is something you also cannot neglect. Oh, tier 3 already out. Tanya. Fazzar with the tech rush yet once again. Here we're seeing Creo pushing on 4th. He has not gained much inroads yet. Creo not in the best of positions, to be honest. He's relocating his MCV too. Okay, just getting a bit more aggressive. But man, it's looking so... Flame towers in melee range. That was a very good flame tower pop. And Tanya's been revealed too. She's dead. Okay, now that would be the window of opportunity to attack. Like, right now, it's do or die, now or never. You need to get into the tank lines, you need to connect here, because otherwise the artillery are just gonna shred the infantry and gonna turn them into ground beef. He's going for the crushes instead, which works to some degree. Oh! MCV being caught. Okay, that was a good hold. Really well played from Unano thus far. He let the MCV slip away though. Ooh, that's not gonna be good. It was okay, but it could have gone so much better. Helicopters trying to find a way onto this juicy rocket blob, but not finding anything. I mean, if we're being honest here, Upps has got a solid army. Don't get me wrong, this is very solid. Artilleries are starting to appear. And this all comes down, this matchup, tried and tested, comes down to positioning on the V2s. If you can manage to find connections with the Yaks, maybe a suicide blob too, you know, so suicide a Yak onto a blob, and use the Yaks to skirt around the vision line of the anti-air guns, the Soviet player with more micro should be at an advantage. Because the Allied player, all they can do is turtle, and they will eventually get pushed back by V2 micro and kiting. If it's being played to its fullest potential. On the other hand, if you just sit there and let the OpenRA AI magically do its work, then it definitely does favor the Allied player. Oof. Man, those connections, those V2s, absolutely brutal. Here comes the base push, round 2. Is there enough artillery support? Doesn't appear to be the case. Okay, what about this artillery though? Needs to survive. Tank sort of going in. The MCV is still alive. Okay, this is actually a good hold from Upps. Oh, the V2s though! My goodness, they're decimating the blob. My Ultra Lord. That has been devastating. Maybe even a light tank back transition would be good to catch the V2s out. Man, what a slaughter. Like lambs to the slaughter. Tanks are starting to dry up a little. The artilleries though are still free firing, still getting some good hits in. But now there is no more army left, and Tanya on the northern side. So many helicopters. I feel that's gonna be a problem. The Yak gets wasted. That would have been the one shot to take out Tanya. Man, I mean, in general, infantry has not had a good game. Certainly not. Please don't lose your Konyar to a random straggler. Man, Tanya from Upps, she's trying to escape the clutches of the heavy tank, but it's not happening. Oh no. Not like this. And the harvester lines, the little flock, is completely being driven off by those random 5 guys. 5 guys add win. Alright. So the Konyard very exposed. When you're in range of a Tesla coil, you need to be absolutely on time with your undeploy, because if it undeploys, it loses a lot of its max health percentage, or its max health. Yeah, I feel that's Creo pushing on through. There is nothing more here that Ultralord can offer to defend. His V2s have been absolute game changers. Tanya should still be around somewhere. Oh god. Oh, there it goes. He could, in theory, repair it, but that's very much a contested area. So, not very likely that this is going to happen. Tanya, though, she can do some miracles here. Tanya needs to put in some overtime to recover this. However, the MCV, one of them being alive, still somewhat. Yep. Down goes Tanya, and that's 20 seconds until she's back on the field, even if he rebuilds her. 30 seconds, that is. Yeah, and that's going to be the war patch. And on the other side... Oh, mammoth tanks, okay. The radar jammer is already deployed, though, so there is nothing. Oh, the Iron Curtain! No! That is a waste. Just trying to probably connect onto either the Yak flock or the MCV, or both. Yep. Going in hard. I mean, this flak truck is going to have a field day. Getting some mad value. Not as much as it could have. Still 6-7 helicopters alive, and there is more and more mobile radar jammers. Ah yeah, that is GG. Was a beautiful attempt, but especially I feel it was the radar jammer transition here that broke his neck. And Upps has just lost on this front. Man, a 2-front victory for Creo and Fazzar on, what's the map called? Fresh Rain. Very, very good map. Highly enjoyable. Has produced some of the most fun and creative games, I've gotta say. Oh, okay. The Allahu Yakbar not connecting. Tanya is still alive somehow. Oh no, flak trucks versus radar jammers. You don't want to have to do this. And that is going to be the expansion slot being claimed by Fazzar. On the other side, we're seeing this being mirrored as well. Ooh, Tanya survives. Tesla Coil didn't get the connection on Tanya, so she gets a little bit of value here, yeah. Before the chain guns of the Yaks rattle on through. And we've got 1 artillery left to hold the line. I feel that's not going to be enough to stem the tide. The Soviet might is incoming, rolling wave of steel. This V2, man. This has been one of the first ones to be produced. The first batch, if you will. And it has produced some mad value. Look at the veterancy on this thing. Alright. Yeah. Creo and Fazzar pushing on through despite the best efforts. Oh, the Flak Flock! Flak Flock has decimated the Air Force. There is now a longbow transition. Not great against flak trucks, by the way. Actually, very, very bad, if you're being more precise. Wait. Unano is Ukraine. He could actually... bit of a waste. He just gets Tanya out of the picture. He could actually try for the parabombing Hail Mary here from this angle. I think he's gotten it ready. Needs to pull out now, the flak trucks. Yep, that was good timing. But... oh no! What? The 4 tech center. I don't know, man. Bit optimistic, isn't it? For Creo's submarines, just providing some additional line of sight. GG's being called. Yeah. Oh, the Tesla tank tech. There we go. GG. That is a clean 3-0 sweep being achieved. Beautiful, beautiful game. Creo and Fazzar, especially Creo's tank micro. He basically chipped away at the defensive lines for Ultra Lord, for Upps, incurring cost by forcing pillbox after pillbox for absolutely no gain. And in return, he just slowly inched his way towards an impenetrable wall of flame. So despite some really good holds from Upps, he just had the asset disadvantage. Alright, that wraps it up. Congratulations to Creo and Fazzar for taking Team League in Storm. I'm really looking forward to seeing more of this installment because there's just so much room for creative play compared to the other types of, you know, the other 1v1s sometimes get a bit stale. But 2v2 offers a lot of room for tactics. So, thank you for watching. Great series, and also congratulations to Upps and Unano for coming in second. They've been pretty solid throughout this series and taking names, especially beating Orban Blackened. That was just wild. Right, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. I'll be back with some more OpenRA, and specifically maybe we're taking a look at Combined Arms plus Shadow Paradise, and then back to RA. Thanks for watching. See you next time. 5 Aces out.
Battle control terminated.